Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our faculty and welcome to HKU. And I think maybe some of you have also joined our information session in October. And this is the second round of our information session to make sure that you are clear about what will be taught in our program. So welcome. And this is Dr. Ruby Yang, and I'm the coordinator of the BA&BEd double degree English language education program. So today, the rundown of our seminar will be like that because we just have a very short time for approximately 40 minutes. So I would like to have a very short talk to let you know something about the trend in language education, especially for AI. It's something new to us as teachers. So I want to share something about some AI applications that can save teachers time in lesson preparation. And hopefully I will spend around 20 minutes or maybe 25 minutes for my talk. And then I would also invite our students, one year 4 and another year 5 student, to do her sharing about her study life at HKU. And also I will give you some key tips for our admission interviews and also something related to our admission requirement. And if you still have time, we will have some time for the Q&A session as well. Okay, so before we start, I think AI should be something new, and also it's something unavoidable in our daily life. I'm sure you guys who are young generation should have used AI from time to time. Okay, would you like to think about what AI application you have used before? Anybody who is using AI in your daily life? You are so quiet. Yes, maybe you have used ChatGPT, or maybe you have also used a DeepSeek as well, right? So these are all some applications you can use in your language learning. But at the same time, AI can also be used for our teaching setting as well. Or maybe you will use it from time to time, right? Because it's so convenient and also it's so powerful. Okay, then why do we want to use AI? It's so important to know why AI has become so important. And in particular, AI has already been implemented in our education setting. I'm not sure whether your school teachers encourage or don't allow you to use AI, because I know that a lot of school teachers try to avoid students using AI because they are worries that students will just copy everything from the AI without showing your real language ability. But at the same time, it's something we can't stop our students. And the most important thing is we as teachers, we have to equip our knowledge of using AI, and also we have to teach our students the right attitude of using AI, right? So why is AI has become an important tool in education? We can see how valuable AI is, right? And in particular for us as teachers, we have a lot of scholars who have discovered that AI is so powerful in helping us as teachers in lesson preparation. And some of the applications can also help us in lesson planning as well. So later on, I will also introduce you something that can help teachers in their day-to-day lesson preparation and language teaching as well. Right. So here we have got something we want to know more about why AI is so powerful. Basically, it's because of some mechanism behind AI. If you have some science or computer technology background, you may know some key terms related to AI, such as the NLP. In other words, why we can interact with AI is because of the mechanism which is called the natural language processing, the NLP. So what is NLP? NLP is actually a kind of ability, or we say it's the mechanism behind AI. It's to let AI be able to recognize, to understand human language, so as to let AI interact with you, right? No matter you are interacting with the AI in speaking or very common use the written words, right? So that's why you can find that every time if you can key in some prompts, AI will generate the results you want, right? So that is the first mechanism. And also the other kinds of mechanisms that, as you can see, that very often the AI will generate a lot of text you need, right? Yes, and or you can find that a lot of language teachers want to develop students in speaking skills. They can also consider using chatbot. Chatbot, and it's pretty like interacting with others using WhatsApps, but instead of interacting with a human being, you are interacting with the AI. So I think this is a good way for students to learn to become very confident in trying to interact, because AI won't give you negative comments, AI won't laugh at you even though you have made some mistakes. So that's why chatbots can also be the way for boosting our confidence in trying to use language, right? And also, of course, we can also use some AI applications to create some multimodal elements, which can facilitate our teaching, because our students like learn through the multimodal elements. Okay, so these are some key features that make us want to use AI in our teaching, right? So we have also got some other kinds of AI applications, not just being used by teachers, but at the same time, we may also want to encourage our students to engage in self-autonomous language learning, because we have got so many different kinds of applications. Some of them, probably you have also used them from time to time, but you are not aware that they are some AI applications. To make it easier for you to refer to, I have highlighted some key features. I think, for example, for using some Google Translator, or maybe using Grammarly. So do you know why you can check grammar by using Grammarly? Basically, Grammarly is also a kind of AI-generated platform for being able to understand what you have written and give you feedback. So Grammarly is one of the applications we can consider recommending to our students, because at least they can learn the mistakes from using Grammarly. Yeah. So instead of always relying on teachers, but we can also encourage students to engage in self-autonomous language learning, right? And some of the AI applications can also can be used for designing some assessment activities that can let teachers engage in a lot of formative assessment activities in the language classroom, right? Okay, so after having some brief introduction about different kinds of AI applications in language learning or education in general, I'm going to share some of the applications that teachers, I think not just for language teachers, but also other teachers will find these kinds of materials so useful, right? Okay, So the first one I want to introduce to you guys will be Gamma. I'm not sure whether you have heard of this application or not. Yeah. So basically, Gamma, it's a kind of AI application that can save your life. If you want to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, yes, I want to show it to you, but I don't know why, and there's some lock-in problem. But you can, yeah. So every time if you can have an account for Gamma, and if you have got some hints, say for example, if you want to present a topic about AI in education, what you have to do is to just simply type your hints. Anyway, you can also have a try when you go home, because what you have to do is to key in your prompt, what you want to create. And then Gamma is so powerful, it will generate a PowerPoint slide for you automatically within a minute's time. Yeah, so that can also be the way for you whenever you have no idea what content you want to include in your presentation. But of course, Gamma, even though it's so powerful, it does have the limitations. If you want to produce a professional PowerPoint slides with a lot of citations, I'm sorry, Gamma doesn't provide you with any references or citations. Gamma gives you a lot of information, but whether the information is really reliable or not, you need to use your judgment to determine, right? So that is the first applications you can try, right? Okay, and apart from Gamma being used for preparing the PowerPoint presentation with the support of the AI. Yeah, so I have already mentioned that presentation applications can be used for using Gamma, right? And then the other one can also be useful for teachers in their lesson preparation. From time to time, if we want to include some visual images, yes, but sometimes I know that we can find a lot of visual images from the internet by doing the Google search, but sometimes you may not be able to find the visual images that are so relevant to your lesson topic. Then you can also consider using Canva. I know Canva has become so commonly used by teachers because Canva as the AI platform, it has a lot of functions. So the visual image is, the image creator is just one of the applications. So it's so powerful because every time when you want to key in a prompt, say, for example, here we have got, maybe I can also try key in prompt, for example. Yes, a handsome boy, for example. And then just simply includes a simple prompt. And then you click generate. Yes, I think I have to accept. Oh. I have to log in. So many technical issues this time. Yes, but anyway, if you can log in with your account, and then you can find that the Canva application will give you the visual images you have. You need to, by keying in some prompts, and then the images you are looking for can be generated automatically. Okay, right. So let's move on. Okay, right. So here we have got the key tips of using Canva. Just simply enter a few keywords to be the prompt, and then what you will look for can be generated automatically. Okay, right. And apart from creating the presentation and also visual images, we do have some other kinds of AI applications that can help you in creating videos. You know, videos are so important, especially in the lead-in stage of a lesson to arouse our students' learning interest. But then sometimes I know that we can find videos from YouTube, but then YouTube may not always be able to let you find the most suitable video. So that's why you can also consider using different kinds of AI applications to let you create the video. So the in-video AI is the one that I use it from time to time because I find it so useful and it's very, very user-friendly, right? So what you have to do every time is to think about the keywords you want to just simply enter the keywords and then the video can be generated. Yeah. For example, okay, let's see what will happen. Simple keywords. And then it takes time because the AI is functioning to try to understand your prompts, and then the video you are looking for will be generated, right? Let's see what will be generated. A bit slow, you can imagine, because usually video takes longer time to be generated when compared with generating a visual image. Maybe let's come back later, see if they can be generated after that. Yeah, because I don't want to spend so much time on waiting for that because otherwise it will overrun our talk. Yes, apart from the in-video, we do have many different kinds of AI platforms that can let you create the videos. The other one is also similar, it's the VidNote.ai. So it serves a similar function for creating a video. Again, I can also show you that for your, yes. So you can find that basically it's also very, very similar in the idea. So what you have to do is to just simply key in the prompts and then to generate what you need. Right. But then for the main difference between the one I have just introduced to you and also this one will be, I think this one, it looks more authentic. Yes, because it can generate a lot of avatar by using this AI application. So the students won't find it so unnatural. So that's why I think this application can also be considered using it, right? Yes, okay. I think the in-video has got some prompts already. So once you have keyed in your hints, and then you can also choose the kinds of visual video you are looking for. So maybe I can just choose, yes, I think basically it's like that. So you can see that it looks like this. Yes, of course, some of them you may have to pay for that, especially if you are looking for a long duration video, of course, you need to pay. But then for the video which lasts for about a minute, it can be just free of charge. Anyway, I think this video platform is so useful for us as teachers. Okay. Okay, so we do have some other kinds of application like the Steve AI. Steve AI is also useful for creating the video, but then for Steve AI, I think it will be more suitable for primary teachers. If you want to create the video that looks like a cartoon, and then maybe the Steve AI will be more suitable compared with the previous two ones that will be more authentic, look more natural when compared with Steve. Okay, but then the last two ones I really want to highly recommend to BC teachers because they really help you a lot, especially for DFIF and also the other one, because I use them from time to time, and it's really so powerful. Now, first of all, I want to introduce what DFIF is. DFIF, you can find that by using this platform, you will be able to find a lot of differentiated, ready-made teaching materials by simply entering some hints. Now, let me just show you because it's really so useful. Okay, DFIF. So what you have to do is to enter a topic. For example, I can type in AI in education, right? And then you can choose the grade level of your target student. Say, for example, you want to teach primary 6 learners. And then, of course, we are English teachers. You will choose the language, and then you can generate the resources. So let's see what can be generated. I find it so helpful because if you want to have reading passages for comprehension, for vocabulary learning, so you see, so you can find the reading passage together with having the summary. And the most useful thing is you can also choose the vocabulary item suggested by DFID, and it helps you in your language instruction because from time to time, we may also want to teach vocabulary during the reading lesson. Yes. And also you can find that, wow, it saves you a lot of time because the multiple choice questions related to the reading passage can be generated. Now, because I'm now showing you the free account, so it doesn't show you all the question items. But if you have logged in by having your personal account, you will find the whole list of question items and the reading passages together with the teaching materials can be found. So you can see that these are all the kinds of worksheets that has been generated automatically by using DFID. So it saves you a lot of time. You can download them as the PDF, or you can save it as the Word document, and then you can feel free to edit it to be used in your own language teaching. So good, isn't it? Yeah, it saves you a lot of time. The other one I also want to highly recommend you will be the one which is called TWE. Okay, TWE is also another AI-powered resources for language teachers, in particular for creating your English lessons without a lot of effort. Okay, so let's see. TWE. Oh, where's my TWE disappear? Three. Yeah, here. Okay, so for TWE, you can find that it's mainly suitable for language teachers because it has already been divided into different skill areas you want to teach. I tried that yesterday, yes. It's really so helpful. Yeah, so I can also show you the materials I have created. Yeah, when I was preparing for my PowerPoint presentation. So, for example, I want to use AI in education for the topic for my own lesson preparation. I have a list of idiomatic expressions I want to let my students learn. So I can just key in the vocabulary items and also with the definition. And then you can find that the AI application has already helped me to create this worksheet as the matching activity. So it saved me a lot of time in lesson preparation. So apart from creating vocabulary teaching materials, and I can find that it helps me a lot in creating a reading passage. So you can see that this is the reading passage generated by Tree. So it really helps me. You can also feel free to change the length of the reading passage depending on the teaching level of your students. So that's why it's really so helpful if you are teachers in future. I recommend you to have a look at this platform because you can find a lot of functions for you to create many different kinds of teaching activities to facilitate your own language teaching, and it saves your time. Yes. So that is what I want to introduce. And also, of course, we have the other kinds of applications such as quizzes. I know that language teachers use quizzes or maybe Kahoot, some other applications in their language lessons from time to time. But now, quizzes has already introduced a new AI platform for the quizzes. So the good thing is, let me see where my quizzes is. Okay, yes. So quizzes can also save your time because if you have already got your worksheets created by using Microsoft Office or using PPT, quizzes really help you because you can extract your question from your existing worksheet, and then it helps you to become online assessment tasks that can let you use it in your language classroom. It can also help you to create some question items if you have already chosen a video from YouTube, and then you can use it for helping you to create some question items from the YouTube video as well. Anyway, I think because of the limited time, I want to share with you more platform, but because of the time constraint, I think I have to move the time to my students to do the sharing, okay? So maybe I can invite my students and Gladys to share her experience in Singapore. Yes, we have two ladies and they have already done a lot of activities related to an internship. And last year they went to Singapore for their internship. So I would like to invite them to do the sharing as well. Okay, I will pass the time to Gladys. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Yang. So, hi everyone, my name is Gladys. I'm a fourth year English education student. And today I'd like to share with you all my cultural exchange experience in Singapore. So I had two main questions when I first started this program. That's great. Yes, okay. So the first question that I mainly had was that what can we learn from other education systems? We've been focusing since my first year on Hong Kong's education system. So what can I learn? What is similar or different from other education systems? And how can I apply this newfound knowledge into my own teaching? So let me first explain to you a bit more about what the program entailed. So first of all, we had an online collaboration, a virtual collaboration with one of the universities in Singapore. That university is the National Institute of Education in Singapore. And I was one of the HKU representative and had to kind of coordinate this virtual collaboration. So what we had to do is create a buddy system. So we'd have a few students from HKU and a few students from NIE, and then we had to make sure that they collaborate and discuss and share with the rest of us about an educational topic, which was relevant to today's time. And so we also discussed about the differences and similarities between Singapore and Hong Kong. And so some of the topics we did cover was about mental health, second language acquisition, STEAM versus STEM, extracurricular activities. So very broad topics, but kind of to better understand our education systems. And so after understanding like the foundational aspects of our education systems, we had a wonderful opportunity to physically go there and experience what teaching in Singapore would be like. So this was a 4-week immersive program. So I was mentored by 2 English teachers at Nan Xiao Primary School, which is a pretty prestigious Singaporean primary school. And I had 2 weeks of shadowing both teachers. One from primary 1 and another for primary 4. And then after that, I had 2 weeks of actually teaching the classes. So once I understood how the classroom culture was like, I was able to actually teach and do all of the teacher duties. And I also went on a field trip with them, and I attended all staff meetings and extracurricular activities. So really, I had the opportunity to really understand what it was like to be a teacher, because I've been learning, because in year 1 to year 3, you don't really have any opportunities until year 4, where you have your primary practicum in Hong Kong. And so through both the virtual collaboration and this immersive program, there were 2 main takeaways that I really gained. The first one, because as I said, it's my first time actually teaching in a classroom. So I had never really understood what it was like to join the workforce. But it really, really, really reminded me about what teacher resilience is like. As a teacher, you have to learn to be very adaptive to the moment. There are a lot of challenges that will come and go. And so it's really important to take care of yourself physically and emotionally, and just your well-being in general, so that you are your best self and you can give the best education for your students, because that's the main priority. You want to provide a quality education for them. So that was the first takeaway. And then the second one was more about the differences in our education systems, and something that I really learned is about the holistic education they promoted in Singapore. So in Singapore, some concrete examples for you. They don't call extracurricular activities. They actually call it co-curricular activities. So it's not just, they don't just put an importance on academic subjects, but they think that non-academic subjects are as important. So it really provides like a holistic way of development. And another one is that this is something that Hong Kong is also, education system is also trying to do, is to promote values education. So they have been doing it for a while, and I actually saw firsthand how they do it. So for example, in primary and primary 2 levels, they put an importance on growth rather than academic grades. And another one, which was about my experience in the school that I went to, was about restorative practices. So the way the school managed in terms of discipline is not an authoritative way of management, but restorative practices means working with the students as well as the parents to really get down to the real issue of what the student is going through. So all of this, I really feel like, and also through my observation in general, is that they really want to nurture capable students in all aspects of their lives. So really this cultural exchange motivated me and inspired me on really reflecting on what type of teacher I want to be in the future. And it really helped me in my 4th year practicum, which I just did in a private school at Hong Kong. So yeah, thank you.
Now I want to invite another student from the Year 5 cohort to share her experience. She has just finished her secondary school practicum as well. How come? We should have made this. Come.
Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today to share with you my experience in BA&BEd. I'm Sonia, and I'm a Year 5 student of this program. So today I want to talk about the real-world lessons that I learned from my practicum.
Pause. Maybe we can again.
Okay, so 5 years ago, I think I was just like many of you here, aspiring to become an English teacher, but at the same time unsure about how I could achieve it. Even in the first 3 years in university, I was still wondering how I could be transformed from a student to a teacher. But worry not, there are plenty of hands-on opportunities in the senior years, which allowed me to gradually form my teacher identity. So let me begin with my Year 4 professional practicum in a local primary school. So as you can see from these pictures, I had a great time teaching the very energetic primary students. But ultimately, I would like to become a secondary school teacher. That was why I continued to look for different teaching experience to better equip myself. And then I came across this international practicum program in Singapore, co-organized by Hong Kong U and the National Institute of Education in Singapore in the summer of my 4th year. It was truly an eye-opening experience, so let me share more about it with you. So just as what Gladys shared, it was a 4-week immersive experience in Singapore, and I embarked on this journey with a group of passionate pre-service teachers from the faculty. And during this program, I got to exchange my ideas with education students and also in-service teachers in Singapore through a range of activities. For example, I did some presentations and had some chit-chat sessions as well as the school attachment. So it was brilliant to be fully immersed in the Singaporean culture and to know more about their education system so that I could learn from their strengths and apply it to my own teaching. So the biggest part of this program was definitely the school attachment. And I spent 4 weeks in a local girls' secondary school in Singapore. During my time there, I observed my mentor's English lessons, as well as other lessons such as citizenship education. I was also fortunate to have the opportunity to teach some lessons as well, and I'll share more about it later. Apart from teaching, I was also able to join different school activities, such as their assemblies, activity days, and many more. And at the same time, I learned a lot through the discussion with my mentor and other experienced teachers who were very genuine and willing to share their experiences and stories with me. So one very remarkable example was that my mentor invited me to listen to her sharing in a learning festival that gathered educators across Singapore. And I was so impressed by how open-minded and receptive and innovative they are in terms of incorporating technology, especially AI in education, just like what Dr. Yang talked about. Therefore, from my observation and insights gained, I tried my best to make use of technology in my teaching. You can see from the pictures here, Padlet was one of the many platforms that I used when I had some interactive tasks with the students. And I also applied what I learned from Hong Kong U to teaching the Singaporean students. And to be honest, I was originally very worried because I know English is the first language of Singaporeans, and I was afraid that I was not capable of handling them. But in the end, I was really glad that I was able to apply the pedagogical knowledge that I learned because they are actually transferable. So I think I definitely gained a lot from this experience, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity offered by the faculty as it allowed me to gain more insights into the field of education and prepared me for my next practicum. So here comes the very last practicum that I have just completed exactly a week ago. And this time I spent 10 weeks in a local secondary school in Hong Kong. Before I go into the work that I did, I want to talk about how my experience in Singapore helped me in this practicum. As I said, I was exposed to a range of e-learning platforms and also teaching ideas in the Singapore classroom. So this time, I was also excited to incorporate technology into my teaching to facilitate classroom interaction. I also took reference to the lesson ideas in Singapore. For example, I taught the genre of argumentative essay in Singapore by engaging students in a mini debate activity. And it was a coincidence that I also had to teach argumentative essay in this practicum. So that was why I took reference to the teaching ideas from Singapore and modified it to fit my class this time. So I was really happy that the students' responses were very positive, which proves that pedagogical knowledge and skills are transferable. And of course, having the teaching experience in Singapore definitely boosted my confidence in teaching this time. So you may be wondering, what did I actually do as a student teacher in these 10 weeks? So I was assigned to try out different parts of the job as a teacher. As you can see from that picture of a set of notes that I designed, I actually had to plan for lessons as well as creating lesson materials. And I was also responsible for teaching a secondary 3 and secondary 5 class during this practicum. So these are the pictures that I took with the students on my last day, and I truly had a very enjoyable time with them. And of course, I had to mark their work from their compositions, exercises, quizzes to their tests. So these are everything that I have to mark. And last but not least, I frequently talked to my mentor to learn from them and also shadowed their work as well. So you can see from the picture in the middle, it was actually during an interclass public speaking competition. So he was the adjudicator and he brought me along to also share some comments with the students. So these 10 weeks were so fruitful, inspiring, and remarkable, and I could witness my growth as a teacher, and it definitely prepared me as a full-time teacher in the coming September. So before I end my sharing, I just want to share with you some first-hand experience as I reflected on my 5 years in BA&BEd. So here you get to meet like-minded peers who are passionate about teaching, and you also get to learn pedagogical theories and other educational matters through lectures and tutorials. And there are also plenty of learning opportunities inside and outside Hong Kong U to broaden your horizon. For example, I went on a semester exchange in Sydney, as you can see from that picture. So, and just as what I shared, you will be able to put theories into practice through micro-teachings and also practicums. So as long as you are receptive to learning new things, there are always opportunities out there for you. Therefore, all you need to excel in this program is the passion for teaching, the willingness to learn and improve, and also the self-motivation and determination to pursue excellence. So I hope you have learned more about this program through my sharing. Thank you.